second week of our summer reading club, and today we're going to be learning about frogs. And everybody has frogs around the house and the yard, but we don't always know about frogs. All right, now let's get to our story time. That's my little frog. He's not going to hop and jump. But this one is, Froggy is the best. And this is by Jonathan London, and I think it's by Penguin Press. All right, Froggy is the best. Froggy woke up and jumped on his bed. Boing, boing, boing. I feel good, he said to himself. I'm the best. But what was Froggy the best of? Froggy, called his dad. What? Cried Froggy. It's time to eat. So Froggy hopped out of his bed and got dressed. He pulled on his underwear. Zap. He pulled up his shorts. Zip. He pulled on his shirt. He pulled up his socks, and he pulled on his sneakers. Zoop. He's all ready. Then he flopped to the kitchen. Flop, flop, flop. And he ate a bowl of cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch. I feel good, he said to himself. I'm the best. But wait, what am I the best of? After eating, he sat under the table and had a daydream about what he was best at. Well, let's see, he said. Maybe I'm the best at swimming. Splash. No, he didn't. Well, maybe I'm the best at golf. Boing, boing, boing. Nope, not good at golf. Am I the best at riding a bike? Zoom. No, I ran into a tree. Well, I'm the best at baking a cake? No, it flopped in the oven. Well, I'm the best at playing t-ball? No, they wouldn't let him bet. Well, can I play tetherball? Boink. No, you can't do that either. Well, am I the best at playing the saxophone? Honk. No. Am I the best at using the bow and arrow? Nope, don't think so. Am I the best at kayaking? No, I'm going to drown. Am I the best at surfing? Wipe out? No. Am I the best at playing soccer? Save, shouted Froggy, holding the ball. But he was not the goalie. Whoops, said Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. So what was Froggy the best at? He hopped up and hit his head off the table. Boink, he flopped outside. Flop, flop, flop. Froggy, called his mother. What are you doing? I'm going to the pond. Because I know what I am best at, said Froggy. Zapping flies. Zap, zap, zap. I can zap them and eat them too. And that's your story. Froggy is best. He found out what he was best at. Now, this is a story about Jump, Frog, Jump. And this is by Robert Klein. And this is by HarperCollins. Okay, let's see. This is a fly that climbed out of the water. This is a frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. Well, how did the frog catch the fly? Jump, frog, jump is how he caught the fly. This is the fish that swam under the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Jump, frog, jump. This is a snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? He's in trouble. Jump, frog, jump. See, the snake's after him. This is a turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch, that swallowed the fish and swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Guess what? He jumped. Jump, frog, jump. This is a net that wrapped around the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish and swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Jump, frog, jump. These are the kids who picked up the net that wrapped around the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish and swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? You remember? Jump, frog, jump. Whee! This is the basket put over the frog by the kids who picked up the net that wrapped around a turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake, that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish, that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How'd the frog get away? How'd he get away? He jumped. The little boy lifted up the basket and he told him, he said, jump, frog, jump. And that he did, kerplunk right into the water. Okay. Let's see here. This is a frog prince. The frog didn't know he's a prince, did you? Me neither. This is an old story. It's nothing new. But anyway, and there are different tales about this story. It says, once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. She had a golden ball, and it was her favorite plaything. She took it wherever she went. One day, the princess was playing in the woods near a well, and she threw the ball high into the air. It fell into the well. The princess watched her golden ball sink deep into the water of the well, and she began to cry hard and hard. Oh, I've lost my ball. And someone said, what's the matter, princess? Why are you making so much noise? The princess looked around, and she looked into the well. An ugly frog was looking at her. The frog asked her, what's the matter with you? Oh, it's you old water splasher, the princess said. My golden ball has fallen to the well. That's why I'm crying. Can't you see? Well, stop crying, said the frog. Maybe I can help you. What will you give me if I get your ball for you? I'll give you whatever you want, dear frog, said the princess. Would you like my fine silk dress or my necklace of pearls, or would you like my golden crown? Nope, said the frog. What would I do with a fine silk dress or your necklace of pearls? And what would I do with a golden crown? I don't need that stuff. Well, what do you want then? The princess asked. The frog looked at the beautiful princess. I want to be your friend and playmate. I want to sit with you at the supper table. I want to eat with you from your golden plate and drink what you drink from your golden cup. I want to sleep on your fine silk pillow. If you promise to let me do these things, I will get your ball for you. Okay, I promise, the princess said. She thought, how can this nasty little frog come to the castle and be my playmate? He has to stay here in his well. And she said again, I promise. Now the frog went down deep into the well, and he came up with a golden ball in his mouth, and he threw it on the grass. Oh, the princess cried, my golden ball. She picked it up and ran away. Wait, wait, cried the frog. Take me with you. I can't go as fast as you can. But the princess did not wait. She ran home to the castle, and she soon forgot all about the poor little frog. The next day at supper time, the princess sat at the table with her father, the king, and all the people of the court. Suddenly, everybody heard a noise outside. Splish, splash, splish, splash, neep. It was the sound of that wet little feet coming up the stairs into the castle. Then, flip-flop, 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 there was that slippery little knock at the door, and somebody called. Princess, princess, open up. Princess, princess, let us sup. The princess ran to the door and opened it. When she saw the frog, she shut the door. The princess came running back to the table. The king looked at her. What are you afraid of, daughter? Is there a giant at the door who wants to carry you off? Oh, no, father, said the princess. It's not a giant. It's a nasty little frog. The father told her how the frog had found her golden ball and the promise she had made. I promised I would let him be my friend and playmate, she said, but I never thought he would come out of the well. Flip-flap, flip-flap. There was that sleepy little knock again, and somebody called. Princess, open up. Princess, princess, let us sup. Remember who brought you the ball that fell? Remember your promise by the well? You promised. You must keep your promise, daughter, said the king. Open the door and let the frog in. Yuck! So the princess had to open the door and let the frog in. The frog hopped in and followed her to the table. He stopped by her chair. "Pick me up and put me next to your plate," said the frog. "Go ahead," said the king. "Do as the frog says. You made a promise." The princess picked him up by her fingers and laid him on the table. Everyone could see that she really didn't want to do it. Yuck. The frog ate with the princess from the golden plate, and he drank with her from his golden cup. The frog liked his supper very much, but the princess could not eat a thing. At last the frog said, "Now I'm ready to go to sleep. Carry me to your bedroom and put me on your fine silk pillow." The princess began to cry. "Oh, Daddy, stop crying," said the king. "Do as the frog says. You made a promise and you must keep it." And so the princess had to carry the frog to her bedroom. She took a hold of him with her two little fingers and put him in a corner. But the frog said, "I'm tired. I want to go to sleep on a fine bed just like you. Put me on your silk pillow, or I will tell your father." That made the princess very angry. She picked up the frog and she threw him against the wall. But when he fell to the floor, the frog was no longer a frog. Now he was a tall prince with beautiful, kind eyes, and he was smiling at the princess. "A wicked witch turned me into a frog," he said, "but now the spell is broken." The very next day, the prince and the princess were married. A golden coach with 8 white horses drove up to the castle. The prince took the princess to his own land, and they lived there happily ever after. The end. There's poor old frog. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he jumped back in the well or what. But anyway, the princess left the frog and went off and got married. And that's the story of the Frog Prince. All right, we're so glad you joined us today and hope you had fun experiencing our stories with you. And we will see you at Patsy's Corner next week.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crafts with Ventra. Today I'll show you how to do a little craft. You're going to need this little frog thing you can get from the library, and you just hit the back of it and you make it jump into your cup. Try not to hit your siblings or your cousins with it, and God forbid your mama, because you don't want to be in trouble. So what you do is you hit the back of your frog and it jumps. So you take your cup, put it in front of it, and you take your little frog and see if you can get it inside of your cup. I have not been successful, but hopefully y'all can do it and tell me how you got it in the cup, because I cannot. So that's that. We have different colors. So if you have a preference, just let us know and Miss Patsy will hook you up with your favorite color. Okay? Then when you come to the library, you'll have a little summer reading bag, and you'll have 2 handouts. The first handout is a connect-a-dot, and it's going to make a little frog on a lily pad, and you can color it in once you get finished. Next, we have a hidden pictures. See what all you can find. And it's got everything at the bottom to tell you what you should be looking for. Okay. Next, Miss Patsy has some frog riddles that she's going to sit down in your bags, and she's going to see if you can guess what the answers are, and if so, I guess, you've mastered your frog riddle. Then we have a little recipe to make a frog snack. No bugs required, I promise. It's got everything you need. And yeah, you may need a parent's help because you're gonna have to spread something onto your little muffin. But that's it. Thank you guys. See you next week.